So good day everyone. So our topic is all about introduction to media and information literacy. As our generation kasi, we have so many technology that can we produce, communicate, and share information using media literacy. Ngayon, so the first thing we talk about is what is communication. Kasi ito yung kadalasan natin ginagamit to gain an information or to supply a facts to the other languages or to the other people. So communication is giving or gaining information by seeking or reading writings. And this we need supplying facts whenever we communicate others in simple matter like telling your friends what happened to you. We converse with others by communicating, and it also serve as connections with each other. Communication is not just by talking, it's just the use of sign languages and for written works. So we have four types of communications. We have first is the verbal, which means you communicating by the voice or by the use of your talking. Ayan, sa mga kasama mo. When we say non-verbal, ito yung tinatawag na movements, gesture, facial expressions, and colors. And as well as the sign languages, which is para sa mga deficiency person. Next is the written. Ito yung in a piece of paper or material. Ito yung ginagamit for use for written to make it wider yung gagawin mong written works. Next is the visual, is using pictures or any other things that will visually present what you are communicating. Now, the first thing yan nga, yung verbal, all you have to do is to express your feeling by the use of your voice. Ayan. So, verbal between the two person or more or group of people. Ayan. Or you can share your info by the use of your voice. Non-verbal, syempre, ito yung you cannot use your voice. Instead, you can use your facial expressions, your hand gesture, your movements. Ayan, those are the non-verbal na. So, ayan po, kung maalala nyo nung kayo ay nag-aaral. Next is the written. So, here in the Philippines, meron tayong tinatawag na Filipino written. May alibata or what we call the baybay. So, ito yun, yung baybay na ginamit natin noong first century. Ayan. So, ito yung ginagamit ng ating mga ancestor noon. Ayan. And we have visual communication by the use of five senses. Ayan. The sight, the smell, the hearing, the touch, and the taste. So, those are the five senses that you can use as your communication. So, media or makes communicating a lot easier than before. Yes. Kasi from the past year, ang kauna-unahan nating media or the media info is the newspaper, and followed by the radio, and then third one is the television, and the next one is the TV networks. And then, as of now, as our generation, we use about the internet or tinatawag nilang international network by the use of www, which is the World Wide Web. Ginamit or ginawa ni Mr. Tim Berners-Lee as our distributions of information. Okay. So, as of now, meron din tayong tinatawag na satellite for TV network. Yan, to communicate with large amount of people. Next, information is a supply of communication. It makes talking and sharing opinion with others much more meaningful and with sense. So, we talk about even more. Think that you inform your parents that you are going to come home late via phone call or chat is giving out information. So, what is the difference between the data and information? That's what your assignment for today. So, difference between the data and information. Yan. So, what is the process of communication? We have the sender or the encoding, the message, the decoding, the receiver, and also the feedback. Without the feedback, syempre, we have no communication. Syempre, common sense na lang yun. So, next is the literacy. Ayan. So, literacy in Tagalog is kamulatan. So, the ability to identify, to understand, to interpret, to create, communicate, and compute. Without the literacy, hindi natin maiintindihan step by step yung ating ang kaalaman or karunungan. Kasi by your own, by your own learning talaga. Kaya nga siya tinawag na literacy. It's because it's individual that you have to achieve your goal and to develop your learning skills or potential knowledge. So, all you have to do is to participate to your community para magkaroon ng wider learning and wider knowledge. Okay? So, we have 7 types of literacy. Ayan. So, the first one, is the media literacy. So, ang media literacy is the ability to access, analyzation, evaluate, and create media in a variety forms. Ito yung, in short, all you have to do is to engage information to spread your news to the other or to the outside world. Ito yung tinatawag na new technologies era. Kasi, di ba, as of now, we use the Facebook as a social media to inform us kung ano yung nangyayari sa buong mundo. We have also a newspaper for mga people who cannot use a cell phone or gadgets because hindi nila alam kung ano yung gamitin. So, ito yung bagay sa mga senior citizen. And we have also a mail or tinatawag na electronic mail is under for media literacy. Ayan. So, third one is the information literacy. It's recognized when the information is needed and locate to evaluate and effectively communicate information in a various format. Ito yung collectible or organized info para makapag-spread ng news sa ibang tao. Ito yung eksakto, meron na siyang tinatawag na needed evaluation, recognizable na pa, it could be the message sa ibang tao din. Yun yung tinatawag na information literacy. You can locate, evaluate, and in needed information effectively. Next is the technology literacy. Ito yung tinatawag ko nga sa inyo na technology era in this 20th century. So, ang technology literacy is used for appropriately as a responsible as a access, manage, integrate, evaluate, create, and communication information. Why? It's because our gadgets, our smartphones, the tablets, the computer are also as under of technology literacy. Kasi without the gadgets, we cannot spread our news or your news sa iba for global or entire local. Yan. Kasi unti-unti nating dapat intindihin na every year nga, pabago-bago ang ating technology. So, nag-start lang tayo sa 3310, and then sumunod sa Motorola, wireless telephone, and then after nun, a long time, gumamit na tayo ng tinatawag na tablet. We have also a personal computer. Kaya, unti-unti, dapat ang bawat isa sa atin ay matutunan kung paano gumamit ng technology. Kasi pag sinabing technology literacy, all you have to do is to know para saan yung gamitin to, and then ano ang gamit neto, anong working neto, kaya ba neto, yan yung dapat nating tutunan dito sa technology literacy. Okay? And also we have media and information literacy. Ito yung ginagamit for the broadcast. Ayan. So, engage info by the use to develop of critical thinking and lifelong learning skills to socialize and become active citizens. Ayan. Diba, sa panahon natin ngayon, we have a news na nakapangalat. Pero bago mo na yun i-spread, o dapat makolek mo lahat ng data and info bago mo siya i-spread as a media. Kasi meron tayong dinatawag na dalawang klase, the true or false media. Kasi syempre, meron tayong tinatawag na lying media and white lies media. Yun yung mga sinungaling, pero meron naman na facts naman na media or bluff. Kaya kailangan kasi, dito sa panahon natin, ay dapat matuto tayo sa facts. Yan. Or yung totoo talaga. Mahirap kasi magbigay ng info na wala tayong matibay na katibayan. Okay? So, the next one is the digital literacy. Ito yung natawag na interpret and techniques and understand how media message are constructed, manipulate, and affect social development. So, digital literacy, it's more on com or webcom. Ayan. And also, it could be used as your cover, derived for your signals or symbols. Next one is the cultural literacy. It's all about the context of relations and understanding. Ito yung nakukuha mo sa tradisyon nyo or nakukuha mo sa environment mo. Kultura mo na kung paano mo siya matututunan. Diba, the first thing you do when you wake up, you have to brush your teeth. Diba noon, hindi man natin alam no, nung bata pa tayo. O, paano magsulat, o kultura na natin kung paano natin matututunan by the use of your environment, also to your loved ones. Next is the financial literacy. When we say financial, it's all about the management of money. So, dapat marunong ka rin or matuto ka din kung paano mag-budget. When you are child, diba? Kasi pagka pumupunta kayo sa mga ninong-ninang nyo, diba binibigyan kayo ng pera? O, diba tinuturo sa atin? O, mag-impok, itipid, pero napupunta sa magulang, diba? Ganon. So, bata pa lang, dapat marunong ka na makapag-impok. Yun tinatawag na financial literacy. Dapat mayroon kang kaalaman pagdating doon. And the last one is the scientific literacy. It's more about the concept and the process. So, when we say scientific, it's more on pagka nag-aaral ka sa science, what are the formula of Charles Darwin, yan, dapat, di ba, unti-unti nilang itinuturo sa atin kung paano at saan tayo nagsimula, bakit naghalo ang atom, di ba, ganon, molecules, so, di ba, unti-unti nating iniintindi na ang scientific literacy, it's more on the science, it's more on process, yun. So, in short, ang literacy is the kamulatan in Tagalog or yung on process or learning sa'yo pagdating sa sarili mo. Kaya kung meron ka mang iniisip na gusto mong matutunan, dapat meron kang tinatawag na 7 types of literacy. So, yun lang and that's all. So, next week, meron tayong another topic. It's more about the social media literacy. So, maganda yung topic natin by next week. So, get ready for that and thank you so much.